Hey everyone, Jamie Pate here, and welcome to another video. This week's video is about my memory planner. It's a memory planner walkthrough. And why have I chosen this week to do a memory planner walkthrough? Mouthful there. Because it's June, of course. Why not? Seriously though, it really is June. No, I was serious about that. It's June. The thing about June is, even though we haven't actually completed 6 months of the year, June to me is a time to review and reset. So this is the time of year I do go back and look at my planner from the beginning and see how it's going. Have I missed pages? Have I missed weeks? Do I like a thing? Do I hate a thing? And I thought maybe it'd be a great time to share what is happening in my memory planner right now. I know I love to see what other people are doing on their pages, what people are doing making cards. I love to see other people's planners. So I thought maybe, we'll just share and talk about it. And please leave any questions you have below. I'm not an expert at this. I leave a lot of that to Heidi Swapp, who is my inspiration. I will link her Stop the Blur class below because I think that's an important thing to be part of if you keep any semblance of a memory planner whatsoever. So I chose to use this year the Storyline Chapters memory planner insert. I'm happy I have this one. Today we're going to basically look at 3 months. So this is going to be part 1, January, February, March. Then I'll do a part 2 with the next 3 months as I get June completed. I will only do January through May in here because there is a brand new memory planner that just came out. Seeing Dots. It's adorable. It's beautiful. The coloration is slightly different and there's 3 months in here. And I really do think I like the whole 3-month idea. So looking forward to starting June in here. I will link below. In the meantime, let's get started. All right, as we dive into this Storyline Chapters planner insert, opens up with the cover page, and I just have the year there and a little simple sticker. Kept it pretty simple. These can be pretty elaborate. It's just a real personal choice. What I want to do as I go page to page, I'm going to pull in a little tighter here. I'm simply going to highlight what maybe I was thinking or what I'm seeing or maybe something that I consistently do. I'm sure I'll miss a lot of stuff. This isn't completely thorough. It's just some things I want to share with you. I did post this first page at the beginning of the year where I made this tag pocket and put some thoughts in here on the year. I did not go and review that. I wanted to kind of wait to the end of the year to go back and look at what that said. But this page ended up being a lot more scrappy than a lot of my pages are, but I love it. And I wish I would do this more actually. So then the other thing you're probably going to see is a strong theme in color. If I do anything consistent, I think it's keeping my color themes relatively strong. And I pull very much from Heidi's stamps, especially now that she has the Heidi Swapp Shop stamp collection. All that you see here is from, I don't have any more over here, is from any of those stamps. And so this is all the January stamp. So I never think it's too late to go back and grab those because, like the fresh start or start here, I'll use those all year long. This stamp set here, I kept it out because I had to show you guys because you'll see this one quite often. I don't even actually know the official name of it, but of course it'll be linked below. I use this one quite a bit. The plan, 1 day at a time, make a plan. This today is used quite often. So that is definitely a planner favorite. Something else pretty consistent on my planner pages are interactive. I love the little interactives. I mean, and sometimes I don't even ever quite get something underneath it. Like this was just a tall picture here. And so because I had something here, I needed to be able to access that. And I think I was going to add something here and then I never did, which happens quite often, let me tell you. So here we have some other interactive pieces, some hidden journaling, And that's probably all there. I think something kind of fun that we forget to do is add like a creative things. So a creative thing that was happening that week was I got a new stamp set. The brand new stamp sets were starting to make their way from the Heidi Swapp shop, and I wanted to add that because that's what was going on in my life at the time. As far as my photo sizes go, there's a couple different sizes in here. What you see on the second week in January is a 2x2 size, which I'm actually pretty fond of. I tend to go back and forth, and I don't really have any rhyme or reason. If we're looking for rhyme and reason here, I do not possess that. No, it's just a lot of feels. More interactive here with a fun long photo. I mean, it was a Zoom picture, so that's just the way the photo was. These are all 2x2, another interactive little piece here, and kind of heavy with the kind of an apricot. I might call this banner color. And black, a lot of black accents. And I just personally really love that. Now here on this page, I use the flag banner for the month, and I found I didn't like it as much. So, okay, it's fine there. It's not perfect. I won't do it the next time. Quarantine here is the vellum paper that she has on her site, and I had cut it out before I pulled it off the sticker back paper. I colored it with, I believe it's probably jet black. Here's a pocket here. Didn't really love how this turned out either. And that happens sometimes, guys, and we just got to be good about embracing even that which we don't love all the time. Now here I have a 2-inch wide photo, which when I go in and just naturally resize a photo, because I take it portrait, it comes to about like a 2-inch wide by 2.67 tall. And that's just how that naturally happens. Now, I'm inconsistent too on how I date my pages. And again, I'm going to think about that a little bit more as I start my fresh book. It's kind of fun, but I do kind of tend to like to be really consistent. So while it worked out and was fun, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. What do you think? You can see this photo down here became pretty small. I think I cut off the edge of it, which was fine. And there's some weeks where you just don't have as many photos, and there's some weeks that you have a ton. And I'm kind of particular about what photos actually do hit my page, because I do keep weekly pages as well. So I don't feel like I have to have every photo on my planner, which kind of then goes into, well, what's the difference between your planner and your weekly pages? Well, I'm glad you asked. And in a nutshell, I'll tell you what that is this tends to be a little more personal. It's much more diary/journal. It's a little more documentary versus storytelling. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll probably use the word loosely, the word story, but I find that it's a little bit more of this happened, listening to this podcast, reading this book, watch this movie, this event happened. And then there's every once in a while, the filling in a space with just something fun and pretty like this big tag here. And I just liked it. So then it becomes / a little bit of art journal, right? Or just adding in those crafty creative pieces that one may have found in a week and just wanted a home for them. So you got to find your own groove, and it's awesome to pick up on what somebody else does, to be inspired by that. But I want to always encourage you, find your own voice on these pages too, and enjoy the process. And even when you aren't terribly happy with how something turned out, embrace that too. Now, these photos here, they are 2 inches in height. So then they became about 1.5 inches wide. So these are much smaller. And I don't think I love this size. I was playing, and gosh, we got to have room and space to play, right? So this is a busy page. This side here got a little bit more scrapbooky. It was my son's wedding, and I'm doing a lot of actual documenting storytelling in other places for this. So I just really highlighted this, but I went heavy on making it look extra special and fun. And so I love how this turned out. I meant to point out this was one of Heidi's from her Stop the Blur. I love these cards, which if you didn't get to grab that kit, you can make these pretty much out of anything. But once I saw the concept of stapling them together, or like I used them here as just a small little place to hide a photo that I didn't really like that went with the rest of the page. I do that a lot too. I really fell in love with those little memo tabs. And here again, a lot more pretty and a lot of grid work going on here. I meant to show you one other page, and before we wrap this up, I'm going to go back and show you that one other page that got really gridded out. This is about where I'm going to finish the walkthrough for today. I'm also going to make sure I have everything posted below that is part of these pages. Boy, I can't even get this hidden one open, can I? This was fun. I think I tried to close out for a picture. Got a little bit too much there. Love this little interactive piece. This is from Elizabeth Craft. That was a lot of fun. Again, more of your creative. I love Kim Jeffords. If you don't follow her on Instagram, do that, because she is awesome about recording her crafty journal. As we wrap this up, after I talk about this page, I still have one other thing I wanted to point out, but I left this on purpose in progress because I didn't have the date up here yet, but this is how I will tab my pages with a post-it note and what the week's date is. And I'll do that for several weeks at a time in case I get behind, or I know I'm not going to get to it, but I want to make sure I get something inside of here. I know where that week is, and I can write the note, or I can write a post-it note and add it right there to the page. And then like this here, I did exactly that. I made a note of what I want to go here. I haven't finished this day yet. I know exactly what that day is going to be. And so I'm super good with that. I have some serious hidden journaling right here. Last thing I want to show you, because I showed you a lot of the interactive pieces and a little bit more fun pieces, but sometimes, if I can find that page, I get very gridded out. And then I soften it up a little bit with something bigger. Did not have a lot that day to jot down. And then I get a little more scrappy on this page with another liftable and sticker, and then this heart that I hand cut and then colored with some stamp ink. So that is a little quick look at my 2021 Memory Planner Part 1, January through March, and I'll throw some pictures up on my blog. I will link supplies down below. Please ask any questions, or if you would like me to spend more time on something specific in the next video, which I will see you in the next video.